Okay, we left off on Reish Nun Aleph, in the Maharal, Reish Nun, on the page Reish Nun Aleph. It says, Kol Mashe Bora Kodesh Baruch Hu V'Adama Lo B'ro Ela L'Chvodo. So the whole idea is when you study Torah, do mitzvahs, it has to be with the mindset, it's for His glory. This, you have to do it Lishma. Second, Torah Lishma, Mutav Shelo Nivra. If the world was created L'Chvodo, so if you don't live L'Chvodo, if that's the case, it has no value. That's contrary to the intent of creation. So if a person doesn't, it's best he shouldn't have been. So that's the reason why. It's interesting. The Gemara in Tainus says, based on the psukim at the beginning, Hazino, it says, Yarov kamoto likhi, tizel katalim rosi. Yarov kamoto likhi. What is the word Yarov? We find by the Egla Rufa that if you find a corpse within a certain proximity of a city, and they don't know who the murderer was, so the elders of the city have to bring an Egla Rufa to atone for the city. What do they take it? They take it to a valley, they break its neck. So it's a very strong term. So, and then it says, Tizel Katalim Rosi. It says, Nezikin. So the Gemara says, if a person studies Torah Shlo D'Shmo, it destroys him. It's Oreif, Arifa. Yarov, that's Shlo L'Shmo. That's Samad Musa. It's a death potion. That's what it is. You study L'Shmo, that's Samad Chai. Then it's a life potion. So Tosas asks, the Gemara says, Doch Shlo L'Shmo, Bo L'Shmo. Right? So if that's the case, even if you studied Shlo L'Shmo, it has great value. That's Tosas' question in Tainus. Tosas answers, no. If a person studies Shlo L'Shmo, it's fine. It's also a life potion. It will not, eventually, it could bring, because it has, what about a person who studies Lakanter with a sinister intent? I prepare to destroy you. Right? That Torah not only does it not, is it neutral, it destroys you. That means you want to take God's Torah and use it as, in a sinister context, to disgrace another person, to embarrass a person, to destroy another person. That Torah is Samra Musa. That's Tosas' answer. So we could say like this, L'chvodo, as I said yesterday, the value of an ordinary Shlo L'Shmo is Mitoch Shlo L'Shmo Bo L'Shmo, right? Because ultimately it has the potential to bring you to L'chvodo. It has that potential. But when you use God's Torah with a sinister intent, that will never bring to any good. So it has no relevance. Put Samar Musa, that's it. It would have been best he shouldn't have been created. Because it doesn't have the potential ever even to bring L'chvodo. Person is a rabbi. He's trying to get a rabbi, and they announce he's going to give a shiur on a certain subject matter, and certain people in the shul, they prepare. They don't want the rabbi to get the job, and they're going to show everybody how little he knows, and so they prepare the subject matter to show that. That's Samad Musa. That's Lakanter. You're out to destroy the man. It's not. You're not here in any way to elucidate what the Torah is saying. Your intent is only to use the Torah as a weapon. What's most precious, you don't use a weapon. L'kach mutav shelo nivra klal. Kach omru osik b'Torah shelo lishmo mutav shelo nivra. Quotes the Gemara in Broch. K'moshe bi'aron l'mala barichus zeh shekova b'sof ha'perek kol asher bora HaKadosh Baruch Hu lomo lobor el l'chvodo. That's what concludes. The whole perek speaks about Torah. In what context is Torah Torah? If it's l'chvodo. If it's not l'chvodo, then it's best you shouldn't have been created. Because the intent of creation is l'chvodo. So if it has no relevance to l'chvodo, you're wasting God's time.
I would say nowadays, this concept is not so much to destroy the person, but I think people use the Torah to foster their own agendas.
That's every Shelo L'Shmo. That's every Shelo L'Shmo. It's Shelo L'Shmo. For my glory, for financial gain, for acknowledgement. Yeah, right. Now, if they quote it out of context, that's not Shlo L'Shmo. That's not Torah, period. That's not Torah. Here you're quoting it correctly, but the intent is not for the right reason. It's like somebody, a little story, Alan knows. Somebody once came to me and says he wants to tell me a dvar. A dvar. I never heard. You say, I want to tell you a dvar. I said, okay, I'm willing to listen. And then he tells me something, his insight. And I say to the man, I said, you know what you're telling me is heretical. It's heresy. I mean, the way he was interpreting the Torah. He says, why? I said, because Chazal say what you're saying is heresy. He says, well, I feel the verse could carry my interpretation. I said, but it's heresy. So afterwards, I said to Alan, I said, no, I understand what you told me. It's a Dvar, it's not a Dvar Torah. You understand? Same idea. You know, people quote incorrectly. Okay, it says not Torah. It's nothing. Shlo Shma, you say what's correct, but the question is why you're saying it. To be continued. Exactly. You know, it's like a person works on a job, draws a salary, and then it's proven the man never even came to the office. So what did you draw a salary for? You know? Same thing. I mean, what are you doing over here? If God only created this world l'chvodo, and you're here and you're living high on the hog, for what? Has no relevance to God, so you shouldn't have been here. So what's the payback? You can't pay back. There's no payback. Payback is Gehenna. That's the payback. It's interesting. It's interesting, you know, the Chofetz Chaim asks a question because he explains it. The way the Chofetz Chaim explains things with his Misholim, the Chofetz Chaim says, the Mishnah says in Pirkei Avos, because we're finishing it now, Schar b'alma leko. Right? There's no reward in this world. Right? You can't get reward in this world. The value of even the most minimal mitzvah has infinite value. So if you live 70 years, 80 years, 100, you can't be rewarded. There's not enough time in this world to be rewarded for a mitzvah. Therefore, there's no reward in this world. So we ask the question, but it's an explicit pasuk in the Torah. God pays those who He hates to send them to the oblivion. He gives them reward in this world. So how do we reconcile the two? That's Chofetz Chaim's question. Rabbi Shlomo Slanti asked the same question. So Chofetz Chaim explains it with a mashal, phenomenal mashal. He says, and of course I'm coming to you, because you can ask a question. Even if a person lives a physical life, but he's a nice man. He's kind. He's ethical. He's moral. He does good things. That's also mitzvah, right? So he does good things. So the Chofetz Chaim explains it with a mashal, and it has to do with Russia, time of the Tsar. So this person goes and he counterfeits notes, 100,000 ruble notes, 500,000 banknotes, and he has tens of millions of ruble notes, and he goes to the Treasury Department and he wants to see the Minister of the Treasury. He says, I'd like to cash in these rubles. The man looks at it, the Minister of the Treasury, and he gives him 3 kopecks. The man says, I'm insulted. The one who presented the rubles. He says, you're insulted. He says, I wish take you outside before a firing squad. You should be killed. He says, these are counterfeit notes. The notes you gave me are counterfeit. This is not real. This is not real currency. He says, what do you mean they're counterfeit? It's perfect. Show me the counterfeit. He says, I'm going to show you how it's counterfeit. Takes the note, puts it up to the light. He said, if this would be an authentic note, it has the watermark of the Tsar on it. This paper does not have the watermark of the Tsar. Therefore, clearly it's counterfeit. You want to leave with your life, take the 3 kopecks and disappear. It's not worth the paper it's printed on, what you gave me. Nothing. It's worthless. So the Chofetz Chaim says, a person does a mitzvah with the intent to do the will of God. That mitzvah is imprinted with the seal of the king. That has infinite value. Another person says, I did a mitzvah because I'm an ethical, moral person. I'm a humanitarian. You know something? Okay. But it has no relevance. That doesn't have the watermark of Hashem. That you can pay off in this world. Schar b'al Maleka is speaking to one that has the watermark of the king on it. So all these nice guys, where they have their name on the cat and dog hospitals, these guys, they don't make it out the door. Like they have a cat and dog hospital, cemetery in Florida. That's where this guy's going. Okay?